All right. Welcome back to another live on We Rebuilds. All right, so yesterday y'all saw that we did remove this tracker off the S5. We've removed this tracker. I don't know, like the previous owner said he didn't install it, so it's probably uh the first owner installed it. If not, it could be the dealership, just in case, to make sure if they didn't pay their loan, they could have tracked the car to tell the repo guy where to go, come get it. So I don't know nothing about this. I think the name of it is, what is it, SG2 or SGE? Yeah. So that is the name. That's the only place I've seen the name. Everywhere else, I don't know. I'll probably cut these zip ties later on and then see what's going on inside of this box as well. Because it looks like at one point somebody did open it to do something inside of here or what. So I don't know what all the thing that goes on with this tracker, but I really want to know how they use it and how it's used. So we'll figure that out. Figure out some more of that. Tonight, even though I say it every night that I'm not planning to do a lot of stuff, but tonight I'm serious. I'm not gonna go too deep in all of this tonight. Uh, I have a few stuff that I'm thinking that could probably be the issue, and the main one is what I'm gonna try to do right now, currently, is I'm gonna try to see if I could remove the wire from off this piece and then see, just to track it, and then we're just gonna see if there's any cuts in the wire or anything. Now, the only thing that I'm trying to figure out is, since there was a tracker inside of the car and the previous owner said he didn't put it there because he didn't check it, he only had the car for 3 days. So maybe what I'm thinking is, just, it could be something where it's either they cut a wire or took a wire from somewhere just to let this thing work. But I'm 100% sure they could not have done that. Now, so what we're gonna try to do, we're also gonna try to trace some wires tonight. Uh, I don't. I want to say really don't want to try to shoot any wires tonight, or some people might say just check the voltage or whatever, or see if we could get some good continuity or something. So we probably could try that, but we already know that we took all of those stuff out of the BCM. So since all those stuff are out of the BCM, I don't know what else could be the issue. So we gonna take our little time right now to see if we could figure out a few stuff, as like what we do every night or for the past 2 nights. Now, the other thing is, this wiring harness basically runs from right here, and then it basically makes a loop back here and then comes down into this big wiring harness right here. Now, the other thing is, what I'm also trying to look for is, uh, if this comfort module, which in I doubt the comfort module has anything to do with it, but it is plugged. I doubt the control the comfort control module is bad. So I highly doubt that. So since I highly doubt that, the next thing that I'm thinking is we're just gonna have to follow the wire. Just follow the wire, and that's the only long story I could give right now. And just see, unwrap this just to see if they actually tampered with some of the wires, and if they did tamper with some of the wires, where are those wires? And yeah, because that's what we have to do. Because all these wires up here, all these wires that we have up here, they don't have the same three colors as the wire for the trunk. So all I have to do is just follow this brown wire, the yellow wire, and the orange and green wire, because we know it goes to the lock, and we're just gonna have to track it down. So we're gonna try to track down some of it tonight. Uh, hopefully we do track it down and get it to where we need to get it, honestly. So let's do this thing. Second one. Alright, third one's right here. That's the third one. That's the fourth. Yeah, I went to the gym today. Right now, my whole body is sore. Should have just took it easy. All right, cool. You can move this one as well. All right. So now that I removed all these wires, now we're gonna try to trace it. So one of the other things I'm gonna do is like basically trace out everything and see what we have. Another thing is, we already checked the power, and then we already know that we have power going to this already. Alright, come on. Alright, so for all who wants to know, we already have power going to this already. So one of the other things I was looking at to see if it had a bad connector or something. All right, I'm trying to look for the car keys, because if I'm gonna find the car keys first, and then we're gonna basically press the button to unlock the car, and then see if when we unlock the car, we'll see what's gonna go on. So we'll see how it's gonna go. All right. So I'll make sure to press the button. All right, so I probably don't have a good connect. No, good connection right there. Now I'm gonna just pull the multimeter out, and then hopefully that should give me a better reading. And then we just go from there. Next thing we could do too, we could check continuity and see if we have good continuity for so yeah, so I gotta see if I get some good connection. Which and I don't. The other thing that we could also do is to check. Let me see if so. That's good. That's good. Hmm. That's probably because all the power is gone. Hold on, let me turn the ignition on. And then when we turn the ignition on, we have a whole bunch of power running through the car, and it's way easier. And then we could just basically deep dive into all the issues. So if it's easier for y'all to see it this way. But so right here, there it looks like there was a spot for something right here. And there was a spot for something right here, and a spot for something right there. But on the other side, there is nothing, and there's something for the one up there. So the rest of them are empty, and that is what we're trying to figure out. Why are those empty? Right? So that is one of the biggest things that is kind of puzzling to me. What's going on for nothing for that to be not working? So that's the next thing. Yeah, so I'm gonna check those fuses back there as well too, because but what I'm kind of going off of is the manual, and basically the manual is saying, hey, for the spark plug, not the spark plug, sorry, the fuses for the trunk should be right here. But yeah, I could pull the ones that's underneath the footwell right there, right by the dash, and we could go back through too and just to see if um there's a there's one or two fuses that I've missed, and hopefully I didn't, but yeah. So hopefully I didn't. Um, but we could look at it. Oh, looking for wires that alarm wires. Yeah. So let me turn this. I'm gonna take the mat out, and then once we take the mat out, we're gonna because all the fuse boxes that are here, most of those fuse boxes are just for like the radio, the digital dash, the heads up display, and that screen. So these ones I don't have to worry about. Those are a lot more. So, but yeah, I gotta take the plastic out first, the little plastic thing, and then I think it's like a T25 to pull it. Give me a second. I'm gonna grab some tools real quick so we could start on that right now. Did you scan it to see what's exactly what could be or what's not connected for it not to want to start? Alright, so today it's spark plugs day. We gotta check all these spark plugs and see if we could. This is the little plastic thing you have to take out. Uh, so what we're trying to do is trying to figure out why this trunk won't open on this Audi. All right, so this is a T25. It's not a T25. It's a T27. I want to say. You checked everything? Well, sometimes they check because they check like the spark plugs, injectors, and stuff like that. Because sometimes you might think that you checked something, and you might just overlooked it. All right. All right. Cool. So now we're gonna look through this other section and see. Well, probably I'm wondering if so maybe something is not actually talking to something, and that also could be another thing. Make it like not like starting. Go through all the fuses, check all of them one more time, and see just to make sure. Taking all these fuse covering off. Then I could check these fuses. I'm gonna turn back the ignition on. Hey, so when you sometime too, it has to do with even cranking amps as well. So make sure the battery has the correct cranking amps. Uh, there could be many things, honestly, many things. All right, let me see what I got with this. Oh, sorry, I didn't connect. Turn the ignition on. All right, so now that the ignition is on, we're just gonna check all these fuses real quick. All right, that's good. 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 It look like all these fuses are good to me. Yeah, like every fuse looks like it's good. Every single one. Every single fuse. Yep, every single fuse is good. So that is not our issue. Let's see. So trying to think what could look underneath the dash. We're underneath the dash. What are you talking about? Is this? I just check every single fuse on this right here. The only thing underneath the dash right here is the.
covered. So yeah, but all those fuses are good. We just check them, so that's not our issue. Um,
So that is not the issue. You say go under the dash and look at the top. The relay, I doubt it would be the relay because if it was, you could have a bad relay too. So I got to take all this plastic off right here because this is the knee airbag right here, and this is the light and whatever. Okay. All right, and so that I'm gonna have to take this off then. All right, cool. Yeah, I might just do that then. Uh, all right, cool. So yeah, I might just try to check that out then and see if I could get that out because that is the other thing that I was thinking. But the code that I got from the code that I got, yeah. So that I'm gonna probably try to do it tomorrow when I have more time and like things are easier, honestly. So I'll probably do it tomorrow when I have more time. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you exactly what the code that I get. Okay, so if they run, so so that's the thing, and that's another thing too that I was thinking about, because this was in the back of the car. So I called my cousin, and he said looks like it's a GPS tracking device, and I basically, and this is aftermarket. So this is a company that it's the first I've, what is it, heard. This company is SGE. So that's, you know, yo, Wagwan. They are try to fix the carrier. See me? Yeah, so this is the aftermarket tracking device, which I found it in the, I want to say it's the BCM. That's right here. So I basically unplugged it and plugged back on everything inside. So I tried to contact the previous owner. He said he only had the car for 3 days, so he didn't even know if the trunk opened or not. So that is the other thing. But what I'm thinking is whoever installed this tracking device more than likely disconnected the the wires or whatever for the trunk, because it's like if somebody did steal it, they'll have to crawl through the car, and that will probably give you enough time to know, okay, by the time they crawl through the car and whatever and find this thing, they'll have to go through a whole lot unless they're going to rip out everything to get to it. So that's the only thing that I could think of. But yeah, so 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 Jack inbox, I see what you're saying. So I'm gonna check that out to see, just to make sure. But this is the code. I'm gonna show you the code. Where is it at? So I have a code for and it's in the comfort system central control module as well. Siren, horn, anti-theft warning system. And then it says electrical arrow. And then above that you see rear lid central locking system motor open circuit slash short circuit. So two of these are probably tied in together, and that's what I need to find out, like where it's tied in from and why they did such a, I would say, like a bad design or whatever. Because I guess this clipped in to the BCM and then whatever wire harness that is run. So I just need to find out if there are more wires and what are the rest of the wires for, and then we figure that out. But this is an aftermarket tracking device, and it's not going to be in the car anymore. Yep. So, but jack inbox. The other thing that I'm thinking about too is just to check the wires and make sure that the wires are good and that we have good continuity throughout these wires, and nothing should, cause an issue, which in the schematic says it should go in here. The fuse is in here for it. But we also have, if there's a break in the wire somewhere, and which in I doubt that, because to the way how these wires are set up. Hold on. Nope. This doesn't look factory. Yeah, because this is the same aftermarket thing. All right, so this looks like the same aftermarket wire housing that came off this. Because if you see, it's the same wiring housing, I would say, or whatever. So more than likely, let me just, before I start pulling down the dash to see if they actually put a aftermarket alarm system in it. And if they did, then I'd have to like dig more into it. I just got to see if I got to unwrap this whole cable right now to see if there is something that they cut. And I want to check right here because this looks like the perfect spot that they didn't wrap properly, just to see if I'm in the right spot. So I'm going to put y'all on the tripod and see if I could get some stuff done. Hold on. Okay, so it's about 30 minutes now. So what I will do is go for about 10 more minutes, and then I'll do this again tomorrow. And we're just going to keep doing more and more troubleshooting, electrical troubleshooting, and see if everything is, and see where all these wires are at. But this is definitely, on this wire is definitely did some aftermarket thing back here. And it could be right. They probably ran the wire all the way up inside. Oh, before I even forget, I need to try to switch this spring. I need to pull it out. Put it on the other one so it could go up more once you unlock the trunk. I need to do this side as well. I'm gonna see if I can stretch my hand inside and do it without pulling this whole thing off. So I should be able to. Yeah, I should be able to pull that side off as well. But yeah, like that side I'm gonna have to definitely like do some wire, so check some more wires and all. I'm gonna just remove those screws. It's probably gonna be the easiest thing to do. All right. Thanks, man. It's it's coming together, but still got a lot more work to do. All I'm doing with this side is just uh, all I'm just doing is just moving the position of the spring. That's all I wanted to do on this side, and then call it a day. So I'm gonna put everything back together now, because that's the only thing that I wanted to do with this side. Let me push back down this thing. Cool. Put everything in position. Alright, cool. Yeah, so on this side, the only thing we wanted to do is just, so when we open the trunk, it could just open up some more because of that spring. All right, all that's good. And now, what did I do with that bracket? Then we just put that bracket back. So let's put that bracket back. bracket the wrong way. Put that bracket back. Bracket is back in its spot. All right, cool. That one. That's two. So now that I took care of the springs for the trunk to open wider, then that's all I need for this side. All right, cool. So now I'm just going to tighten up those sides. These screws. Tighten up these. All right. And that side is good. That's all we needed to do on this side, and everything is in. All right, cool. So that side is done. Now this side we can't really do anything on it because now, as I said, Jack Inbox was letting me know that there's probably a other fuse or so, some sort or alarm system that's under the dash if it's a aftermarket one. So tomorrow in the day, I'm gonna go through more stuff. And the more stuff that I'm gonna go through is one, I need to figure out what did they do with the wire, this yellow and where is it at? And this was it green and this yellow one by itself and this green and red wire or orange wire. So I need to figure out what they did with those wires. One, because they wrapped it back like this, and then two, this is a aftermarket thing that they ran down here, and I want to know if they cut it somewhere or what. So I need to figure out that. So that's my second plan, to figure out exactly where did they put that thing. So, and that's what we're gonna have to figure out next to see how far we could go down with this, with everything else. But that's for now. We're gonna leave the fuse box open like that because we probably need to go back in there. We did test some things and we still didn't get the luck that we needed, but we're gonna get it done soon, because once this is done, then we're gonna move on to something else. We're getting all these codes off little by little, and that is a great thing. So anyways, thank y'all for watching this other live. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. Make sure y'all share this video. Don't forget, just keep on sharing this video so more people could see what we do on We Rebuilds. We're rebuilding a whole bunch of cars. This RDS5 has been a headache, but we're taking it there to the next level. We're getting it done. And then the next thing we need to do, once we get all these issues sorted out, we're going to take it to Audi so they could reprogram the electrical power steering and the clock spring, because I did switch those from this car. I took the original ones out of this car and took the ones from the other car, putting in this one. So we have a whole bunch of work. But anyways, don't forget, like, share, subscribe. Hey, stay positive, stay motivated, and guess what? Our haters are our biggest motivators. But I'll see you next time. We are out.